Hi there, everyone, and this is Krissy from In the Stars by Krissy.com. And this is actually my second recording on this video. Mercury retrograde so parang alam mo yun, hindi na ako masisi. Nakailang ulit na ako regarding this topic. But I'm going to try my best for you guys para magkaroon naman tayo ng helpful information, no? Lalo na sa mga beginners natin. So this video is going to be part of my newbie series, if that's what you will call it. And in this video, pag-usapan po natin yung houses in astrology and yung zodiac signs niya. Many times kasi, alam mo yun, minsan hindi ko alam saan magsisimula. Pero I think after thinking about it, and based upon yung mga students ko in astrology, ito talaga yung naisip kong very good na starting point when it comes to learning astrology talaga. And maglalagay ako ng image over this side para may makita kayong reference what I'm actually talking about. And ang image na ipapakita ko po sa inyo is yung astrological makeup of astrology. Meaning, pag tumingin kayo ng chart, ito yung ideal setup niya. So you might have a different rising sign. So, siguro sabihin natin Libra rising sign ka, pero makikita mo dito na ang starting point ng chart is actually Aries. And it may nakalagay dyan na Mars, ibig sabihin ruled by Mars. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Basically, the first house is always going to be ruled by Aries, regardless kung ano yung first house mo sa chart mo. So you might have a Gemini rising, pwede kang Pisces rising, whatever. Ang first house is always going to be ruled by Aries. So ang gagawin natin dito is pag-usapan natin in combination yung houses and energy ng zodiac sign mismo. So siguro you'll probably think na ang complicated nun. Pero I promise you guys, hindi siya ganun ka-complicated. And pag-uusapan natin ito as a whole. So yun. I'll try to do this one by one para maintindihan ng maraming tao rin as a whole. Anyways, let's start, no? So, like I mentioned earlier, Aries is always going to be ruled by the first house, Taurus by the second house, so sunod-sunod yan, and then Gemini third house, Cancer fourth house, fifth house is Leo, sixth house is Virgo, seventh house is Libra, eighth house is Scorpio, ninth house is Sagittarius, 10th house is Capricorn, 11th house is Aquarius, and 12th house naman si Pisces. So, and then yung mga planets na makikita nyo sa loob niyan is basically yung ruler ng signs na yun. So, dyan natin makikita yung rulerships na if you're actually part of my Facebook group, parati kong minimension ng rulership kasi believe it or not, guys, a big part to ng astrology, and if you're actually interested in learning to read or learning to do some form of astrology work, dapat talaga alam niyo yung rulership. So, very important part siya ng astrology readings. So, okay, so bakit ko sinabi na kailangan natin pag-usapan yung zodiac sign? Many times kasi, na pagka nagkakaroon ng interest yung mga tao sa astrology, they are just focused on themselves. Paano yung birth chart ko? Ano sinasabi sa own sign ko? Alam mo yun? Kunyari kung Aries siya, interesado lang siya sa Aries. Hindi siya interesado sa Taurus, sa Gemini, and all of those kinds of things. And kung gusto mo maintindihan yung birth chart mo, wala kang choice kung hindi intindihin yung mga ibang signs. And alam mo yun, hindi siya something that we have to argue about. In fact, hindi nga natin siya pwedeng pagtalunan in the first place. It's just, something that you have to know. Kasi kailangan mo tanggapin at ma-realize na we all have all the 12 signs of the zodiac in our own chart kasi. So ano ba ibig sabihin ko nito, no? Basically, since sinabi natin na Aries is always going to rule the first house, meaning yung sign ng Aries is konektado sa first house. So, ano ba ang first house? Ano ba yung Aries? Ano ba yung similarities nila? Ang Aries has a lot to do with physical things. Alam mo yun? They are more on exercise or physical body, yung appearance ng tao. Kaya nga mapapansin ninyo is a lot of Aries people are actually very, I would not entirely say superficial, but they put our physical appearance in importance, you know. Minsan, whether aminin nila o hindi, nalalait nila ang tao based on their appearances as well. So, it's just the astrological makeup. And ano ba yung first house? All about ourselves, our appearance, ugali natin, and how we proceed with life. Alam mo yun? Paano ba tayo mag-take ng action sa bagay-bagay, di ba? Aries is all about our head first bago tayo mag-isip talaga. Alam mo yun, sugod muna tayo. Just like a ram. Alam mo yun, sugod muna tayo. Take action first before you actually think. But, so may pagka-similarities po yung energies ng mga houses in sa Zodiac. So, by learning the houses and learning all the secrets ng houses, it's like sinasabi mo na rin sa mundo na alam mo na rin yung mga sikreto ng houses, ng zodiac signs as well. Alam mo yun? So, of course, hindi natin completely, it's always still a case-by-case basis. Magdi-differ pa rin, and I always tell this to my students na astrology is more than just textbook. Bibigyan ko kayo ng guide, bibigyan ko kayo ng mga meanings and yung astrological makeup ng lahat ng bagay. Pero hindi siya set in stone. So, meaning it has a form of cooking basically. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng essential knowledge on how to cook, learning how to cook. How can you know if it's well done or what? Alam mo yun, kuluto na ba yan, panis ba yan, or what? Pero at the end of the day, you have to cook by yourself to actually know everything. Bibigyan ko kayo ng mga recipes and ingredients. Pwede nyo i-try yung method ko. That is also going to be correct. But magkakaroon kayo ng element wherein you have to experiment on your own. You cannot just copy another astrologer 100%. And dun ka nag-enhance, dun mo ma-enhance yung skill mo as an astrologer or as a person na nag-read ng chart. So, yun lang yung siguro yung advice na mabibigay ko sa inyo. Kasi like for example, sinasabi natin na Aries yung first house. So, pagka Libra rising ka, Libra rising is so much opposite sa mga Aries people. So, just because you are Libra rising, tapos alam mong ruler yan ng Aries, would mean that a Libra person is going to be someone na I guess, porsigido sa mga relationship. It really depends. Alam mo, hindi mo pwede siya i-judge na ganun. Bale, ang dapat mong iniisip is, ito yung first house. This is how you should take action. Tapos, Libra rising yung tao. So, ano ba ibig sabihin nun? So, ibig sabihin nun is, hindi magti-take ng action agad-agad yung tao na to. Kasi nga, Libra is all about the skills. They want to see the pros and cons of a situation first. So ideally, hindi sila yung mga tipo ng tao na susugod ng basta-basta like an Aries. Kasi nga, opposite to ng Aries. No? Opposite yung ugali. So dapat may ganong element. So for example, kung Taurus naman yung rising sign ng tao, lalong hindi to kikilos agad-agad. Kasi nga, ang ruler ng Taurus is Venus, diba? Venus always wants to take things slow and steady, chill lang tayo, relax lang tayo, ganyan ang Taurus. So, I hope nakikita niyo yung correlation ng mga information na sinasabi ko, no? So, kailangan niyo i-blend silang lahat. So anyways, bibigyan ko kayo ng mga key information, like secrets. Well, not entirely all of the secrets, of course, but bibigyan ko kayo ng mga information na dapat nyong malaman when it comes to the houses of the zodiac and how you can relate this sa zodiac sign. And remember, every house ng zodiac is going to talk about the zodiac signs nila. So, ngayon, napag-usapan na natin si first house, diba? Yan si Aries. So, mga Aries-oriented energy ang first house, basically. So, ngayon naman, let's talk about Taurus. Let's talk about the second house. The second house has a lot to do with security, with stability, with the money that we earn. Paano ba tayo gumagastos, di ba? Ano ba yung food na kinakain natin? Paano ba tayo na-energize? Paano ba tayo nabubuhay? Alam mo yun? Ano ba yung mga bagay na na-receive natin from our family? It has a lot to do with our roots and foundation then. But more of kung ano yung nabigay sa'yo ng parents mo nung bata ka. So, it's really more on yung capacity nila to provide for you, basically, ang second house. And kaya din ng mga Taurus, di ba, Taurus is a sign that does not really always take action. Very cautious sila. Kasi nga, it has a lot to do with stability. Hindi sila basta-basta mag-risk. I mean, Taurus yan di ba? So, I hope nakikita niyo na yung correlation. So, from here on, hindi ko na i-discuss yung part na yun So, I'll just go straight down to the houses system para hindi matagal masyado yung video. So, okay, third house naman tayo. Third house is all about short things. Because Gemini is all about shorts. Mga maliliit na bagay, Pilipinas ay maliit lang. Gemini yan. So, third house has a lot to do with communication, yung mga siblings natin, has a lot to do with our thoughts, communication patterns, everything that's happening in our daily life. And short distance travel din to, yung mga yan. And our friends, friends that we have on a daily basis. The fourth house naman has a lot to do with our foundations, with our families, ano ba nangyayari sa'yo pag natulog ka, what is security to you, has a lot to do with our ancestors, our family traditions, our roots, our emotional foundations in life. Alam mo yun, kamusta tayo deep inside of us, yung mga bagay na tinatago natin at hindi natin sinasabi sa maraming tao. Ito yung mga bagay na hindi alam ng tao, literal. Talagang, alam mo yun, it's something that is very secret to us as a whole. And sometimes, nasa fourth house din yung area ng wounds natin na hindi alam ng mga tao. Pero they are existing right there. The fifth house naman has a lot to do with our younger days, yung mga happy moments, things that gives us a lot of inspirations in life, and things that is very much related to kids, speculative ventures, play, education ng bata tayo, artistic ventures and creativity, basically, and mga children and love affairs, of course. Di natin makakalimutan yung mga love life na yan. So basically, a fifth house is yung mga boyfriends and girlfriends mo. Pero, ang seventh house is yung asawa mo. So may correlation and difference sila. And most of the time, pag jowa ang topic natin, kailangan fifth house lang yan. Alam mo yun, hindi natin sila pwede i-relate sa seventh house natin in most cases. Okay, so nasa na ba tayo? We're now on to the sixth house of the zodiac. And that is Virgo. Okay, sixth house, Virgo. Sixth house has a lot to do with our health, with our enemies. Remember, Virgo, di ba, may pagka-sense of very much critical sila. They can be critical with other people and pwede rin silang critical with their own self. So, sixth house is pwede ka makipag-away sa mga tao, pero at the same time, since part siya ng health mo, pwede ka rin may mga gawin na parang, alam mo yun, detrimental sa sarili mong health. And it talks about diseases in most cases. And ayun, sixth house can also represent our past lovers, ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend. It really depends. Pero usually pagka may correlation yung sixth house mo and seventh house, there is a huge possibility na pwede natin sila i-relate sa mga ex-lovers natin. Okay. But it depends. You will have to ask me personally regarding that. But ayun, hindi tayo magtatagal dyan sa sixth house. Pero sixth house is an enemy house. Kasi nga, ito yung mga area of our life wherein competition and debates can actually happen. And hopefully, they are healthy. Siyempre, kapag marami kang mga adverse aspects in the sixth house, ibig sabihin, pwedeng marami ka rin mga arguments and marami ka rin mga kaaway in life. And that happens quite a lot. Seventh house naman has a lot to do with our marriage, our relationships, and ito yung mga contracts natin, yung mga one-on-one contracts natin as a whole. And it doesn't always have to be marriage partners, and they can be mga collaborations natin in business, you know. Yun, and any form of contract basically will always talk about the seventh house. So it doesn't always have to be love lifelong or marriage as a whole. So pwedeng mga clients natin, di ba, meron tayong usually mga trade and conversations with them that, you know, one-on-one kind of thing. Yun basically, yung seventh house. And usually, seventh house is relating to open enemies then, and the idea there has a lot to do with the fact that, syempre, seventh house, dyan natin makikita yung love, relationship. Pero dito rin naman kasi tayo nagkakaroon ng mga divorces, di ba? So, ibig sabihin na parang, alam mo yun, ito yung mga tipo ng tao na harap-harapan natin pwedeng makaaway talaga. So, yan yung seventh house. Open enemies siya. It's the people that you are going to have a fight with as a possibility. One way or another. In the 8th house naman, this is ruled by Scorpio. This is a Scorpio house, so 8th house has a lot to do with risky things that are dark, things that are complicated, mga psychological things, occult, metaphysical, lahat yan nasa 8th house. And syempre dahil may dark element siya, there is a lot of fear, a lot of pain in most cases. And it talks about intimacy as well. And believe it or not, Scorpio has a lot to do with money and monetary value din kasi. So, when you're talking about Scorpio, hindi natin mawawala sa topic ang usapang pera. So, believe it or not, importante din kasi sa mga Scorpio people ang pera. I'm not going to go out of the topic. Siguro sa ibang topic pag-usapan natin yan. Pero in most cases, alam natin na they're very, very passionate. But lahat po ng opposite signs ng zodiac natin has a form of correlation to our own sign as well. Just like how it is for Aries and Libra. So, yun. So, 9th house has a lot to do with Sagittarius. So, kaya sila connected lagi sa mga internet. Well, not really internet, no. But they are really more related sa mga foreign lands. Kaya ako siya na-relate sa internet actually. Kasi, paano ba tayo nagko-connect sa mga ibang tao, di ba? Lalo na on a different culture sa internet, di ba? Pero, the internet, technically, nasa 11th house yan. Pag-usapan natin later. Right now, it's all about the 9th house, and ito yung mga higher education, your beliefs in life, and long-distance travel, anything that expands and grows as a whole, lahat yan is Sagittarius. So, ano ba? 9th house. It has a lot to do with yung mga religions din yung mga beliefs natin in life. And ano ba yung mga goals din natin. Pero in most cases, I always relate the 9th house to our deepest heart's desire talaga. Alam mo yun, yung mga feeling ko kasi para sa akin na iba yung goals and things that you want to achieve eh. Iba siya sa kung ano talaga yung nilalaman ng puso natin, yung gustong-gusto talaga natin. So feeling ko, the ninth house is yung fulfillment na ng desires mo in an emotional level na masasatisfy ka talaga. So, hindi siya related sa mga monetary goals natin in life na related to finances. So, the 10th house naman, speaking of finances, the 10th house has a lot to do with our career, our image, Capricorn house to. So, medyo may pagkaseryoso, di ba? And yun nga, image in life, how other people are seeing you, ano yung status mo in life, and how are you dealing with authority figures as well, and kung paano yung authority, your mother or father, it really depends, no? Sa chart ng tao, kung how they are towards you can actually be seen into the 10th house as well. Usually, ang tinatawag nila sa 10th house then is our second ascendant. So, kahit pa paano, yung energy ng 10th house can actually tell us some part of the personality ng tao as a whole if you know their ascendant sign as well. So, ayun, yung 11th house naman, like I said earlier, has a lot to do with our achievements, goals, wishes, and dreams. And ruled doon ng Aquarius, no? And pwede siyang, ito yung mga innovative things and things na marami, things na, alam mo yun, kaya siya having to do with our networks, with our friends, mga internet people, ito yung mga goals natin in life na gusto natin ma-achieve, and very much related din siya sa second house. So, ito yung area of our life with kung malalaman natin kung liquid ba tayo. Ma-achieve ba natin yung financial success na gusto natin ma-achieve? Alam mo yun? Whether magiging successful ka in life, makikita to lahat sa 11th house. And it has a lot to do with group, organizations and groups of people, yung mga, and sometimes it has a lot to do with faith then. What are you meant to do in this world can be seen in the 11th house at times. So, ayun, andun din natin makikita yung mga ambitions natin in life. Gagawin mo ba yan o hindi? So, ayun. Last but not the least, we are now in the 12th house. And the 12th house is ruled by Pisces. And ano ba yung Pisces, diba? Pisces is always in the dreamland. Kaya madalas related po ang 12th house sa mga dreams natin. Nagkakaroon ba tayo ng mga nightmares? What is happening in our unconscious mind? And kaya rin, ang mga 12th house has a lot to do with lost things. Alam mo, things of the past, things na nangyari nung past life natin, ano ba yung karma natin in life, ano ba yung mga dinala natin sa buhay natin ngayon. And this life has a lot to do with that. And it is also the house of self-undoing. So, ibig sabihin po nun is, ito yung area ng house natin wherein may ginagawa tayo, tapos meron tayong mga certain action na tayo yung may kasalanan kung bakit tayo nagkaroon ng kamalasan or alam mo yun, may mga bad consequences na dala. Nasa 12th house yan. I mean, syempre, kaya natin makikita na parang maraming mga Pisces people easily nagkakamali, alam mo yun, nadulas, maraming mga cases na ganyan. And it has a lot to do with prisons and hospitals then, all those kinds of things. Lahat yan mga Pisces-oriented lahat ng mga na-mention natin. Also, it has a lot to do with our private hobbies, things that we do secretly behind what other people know about us. Pero ang difference nila sa 8th house, ang 8th house kasi is 8th house has a lot to do yung nangyayari sa loob natin, yung mga psychological kind of things about us na pwedeng hindi natin pinapaalam sa ibang tao or alam mo, it's not something that we are really expressing. I mean, we can, but minsan hindi natin to na-express. And yung sa fourth house naman is literally, unless na sabihin mo sa ibang tao, hindi nila malalaman. Pero ang 12th house kasi is yung area ng life na pwedeng may bigla-biglang mangyari sa'yo. And andun din yung area ng life natin na pwedeng malaman to ng ibang tao. Kasi it has a lot to do with our secrets as well, which pwedeng ma-access ng ibang tao. Depende kung ano yung mangyayari sa buhay natin and in our everyday life, and how is this going to be playing out in your birth chart all at the same time. So, yan po yung overall house system ng astrology. So, maybe sa ngayon malilito ka pa. It will take a lot of practice, but just by understanding kung ano yung meaning ng houses, ano yung meaning ng signs nila, doon mo malalaman slowly bit by bit. If papanoorin niyo po yung mga few parts of my sample reading sa beginning ng video na to, malalaman niyo doon actually kung paano mo siya dapat basahin, paano mo siya dapat intindihin. Pag nakuha niyo yung trick na yon just by, repeating and rewinding this video, lalo na yung sa first part, ma-relate nyo po isa-isa, paunti-unti. Huwag tayo tumalon masyado sa mga may hirap na aspects ng astrology kasi maraming mga levels na dapat nyong daanan. Hindi kayo pwede mag-jump into something na totally wala kayong idea. So, let's go to the basics and foundation muna, di ba? And nagsisimula po tayo dito sa houses and sa signs. And intindihin muna natin yon. Intindihin muna natin kung ano yung ibig sabihin pag ganito yung rising mo. Ano ibig sabihin pag yung second house mo is nandito. Ano ibig sabihin pag yung third house mo is nandito. So slowly, bit by bit, yun muna ang i-focus ninyo. Huwag muna kayo tumalon sa mga complicated stuff. Pag nagamay nyo na siya, then mag-jump na kayo sa next step. On my next video, siguro pag-uusapan natin is yung quadrants ng birth chart. Ano ba siya? And bakit importante malaman kung ano yung day chart, ano yung night chart, paano ba natin i-check yung mga elements ng planets ng chart ng isang tao para malaman yung ugali nila without even trying to read the houses pa, di ba? So, I don't know kung maging interesado kayo sa ganyan. Pero, gusto ko i-detail one by one yung mga information na yun so that, alam mo yun, eventually, by the end of this series na ginagawa ko for newbies in astrology, you will be able to read your own chart without any form of hassle. So, yun lang yun. Anyways, thank you guys for watching and tuning in with me. And, ayun, sana gumana na tong video na to. At last time, walang audio kasi. Anyways, if you do have any requests or may mga tanong kayo or alam mo yun, may favor kayo on tutorials, please do leave a comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. Bago pa lang tayo, so wala pang masyadong mga too much videos, but I do hope na itong mga little informations and segments na ginagawa ko sa video is nakakatulong sa mga taong gustong matuto ng astrology dito sa Pinas. So, ayun. If you guys want to do a booking or a session reading with me, I do accept clients as well. You can check my website in thestarsbykrissy.com or kung nasa Pinas ka nga and gusto mo na mga discounted price, punta ka lang sa inthestarsbykrissy.com/ph. So, discounted yung prices ko dyan since a lot of people know that usually yung ratings ko talaga is a lot higher. So, yun. Thank you guys and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye!